Hey kids, do you remember when LucasArts made video games? Well, I do. Back before the dark times, before Disney took them over. In fact, they made some fantastic games, and so did Pandemic before I believe they went out of business too, unfortunately. This is one of those great games. It's a PlayStation 2 game called Mercenaries. Perfect timing. And this game is super nostalgic for me. I used to play it, back when I was a kid. Even that theme just gives me this hit of nostalgia. I remember playing it when I would get home from school, like elementary school, maybe middle school, and just having a fantastic time with the game. I've been meaning to Let's Play this for a while, but it was it was a whole ordeal just finding the game, digging out the old memory cards. My PlayStation 2s, both of them, couldn't read the disc. I don't know what problems are going on with that. They're old and full of dust. So I'm playing this on a backwards compatible PlayStation 3. It's to launch 60GB PlayStation 3, so there shouldn't be any compatibility issues, but there might be. So if anything's weird, that might be an explanation for it. But I don't think there should be. The 60GB PlayStation 3s were normally pretty much perfect for their emulation. So the game explains itself pretty well, so I won't bother explaining a ton right now, but you're basically, unsurprisingly, a mercenary, and we're heading into North Korea. So we've got three choices of who we can play as, right? There's Matthias Nielsen, Swedish guy. He's like super young, edgy, inexperienced. He's basically a crazy badass. Most people play as him, so I kind of don't want to play as him, actually. Jacobs has got a little bit more health than everybody else. And he's at like the mid-level of experience. And there's Jennifer, who's British. She has most experience, and apparently she can be a little bit more stealthy. Now, I played this a long time ago. I don't really remember what role stealth played in anything. But I'm actually planning on playing as Jennifer because I want a challenge. I remember the game being pretty difficult, but that might have also been because I was younger. But I think playing as Jacobs might make it a little too easy. I mean, it's going to be a decent challenge either way, and everyone plays as Nielsen, so I don't want to play as him. I'm doing my own thing. So let's get into it, and I'll explain the story.
Reports from Pyongyang indicate North Korean military forces have staged a violent coup.
The Royal Australian Navy intercepted a North Korean freighter. Authorities alerted the Moon after uncovering a cache of nuclear warheads in the ship's cargo bay. The warheads were intended for sale to known terrorist elements.
Troops poured across the DMZ and into North Korea, intent on dislodging the newly installed regime of General Song. The president today reaffirmed the need for this peacekeeping mission.
The general posted bounties today for the latest deck of 52.
So the funny thing is, they came up with that story because North Korea was really relevant at the time. It's kind of funny how, I mean, it also kind of sucks, how in 15 years not much has changed with the North Korea situation.
We have the lights off, please. Lights off, please. Thank you. All right, Fiona, what have you got for us?
Thanks. Okay, well, today the board is voting on the Sung Initiative. This is an unparalleled financial opportunity for XOps, but it's high risk. North Korea is a quagmire, the Allies are stuck in it, and it's all because of this man here.
Yes, we've been discussing this. Couldn't this force us into a moral position? I mean, the guy's evil. He capped his own father after the coup. The media are all over it. Anyone operating in this theater is going to be famous.
Maybe, but we're proposing sending in a single operative, low profile. And remember, North Korea is in total chaos. There's press on the ground, sure, but our agent could level half the country and no one would have any idea we were there. There's more. Apart from the 100 million for Sung, there's a significant bounty for every member of the deck of 52, especially if they're taken alive.
Does that say businessmen?
Well, counterfeiting, slave trading, if you call that business, these guys are businessmen. To sum up, we insert a single agent to go after the bounties. We can do something the Allies can't. Work directly with factions on the ground to gather hard intel on the deck of 52.
Oh, come on, Fiona. The AN have never been shy about...
Dealing with the Russian mafia? Not with GSRN reporters everywhere. Listen, by working with the factions, we can take Sung's power base apart from the bottom up. Sung's gone into hiding, but if anyone knows where he is...
It's his lieutenants. Got it, got it. Fiona, you make a compelling case. I think I know which way the board will go, but I have one more question. We're basically relying on a single agent here. Do you have someone in mind?
Yes, I do. I believe I have the perfect candidate.
All right. So I think the setup for this game is super cool, especially the way you kind of just launch onto the battlefield too. But we're about to get our gear and get a little introduced to our character. The load times are kind of long. I mean, it's PS2 load times. There's not much I can do about that. There are enough load times in the game. I don't want to go through and edit out every single one. So sorry, but you're going to sit through them with me. And yeah, in addition to the PlayStation 2 load times, we also have the PlayStation 2 graphics. So anyway, here is our hero.
This is Fiona with Exops. Do you read me? Jennifer.
5x5, Fiona. ETA?
You're about 10 minutes from the DMZ drop zone.
Glad to hear your voice on the line. Wouldn't have made it through Iraq without you.
Bet you say that to all your support operatives.
Only the ones who saved my ass.
Just doing my job. We're close. You might want to get your gear together for the drop.
Nah, I'm good. I'm just gonna chill here. Alright. So you start off with some pretty basic gear. Remember, this is mid-2000s too.
Have you checked out your new PDA?
So here's a
Of
PDA.
course. Transflective screen, high-res image, fast uplink.
Don't worry, there's not going to be a test.
Not true. I'll be testing it plenty in the field.
So my policy of Let's Plays, let me know if you think I should change it, is for the most part I'm going to try not to speak when there's any kind of cutscene going on.
M67.
Standard issue frag grenades.
Produces casualties within 15 meters. Lethal under 5. Definitely up to my standards.
I know it's not state of the art.
M4A1 carbine. Barrel tends to overheat. Other than that, a fine weapon.
Alright, so I...
DMZ's in visual range. The drop zone is hot. We'll be coming in low and fast.
Alright.
You heard the man. Time to get going. Jennifer, you ready?
I'm good, Fiona. 5x5.
You know they say the DMZ is the most dangerous place on Earth.
I know.
But still, $100 million. You think you could spend that much money in one lifetime?
You know me. I've got expensive tastes.
I've never understood how her putting her foot on the wall helps her pull that down. But anyway, details aside, it's time for us to enter this battlefield. And we are entering it like a complete badass. Now, who doesn't drift onto the battlefield? Come on.
To the Allied HQ. Colonel Garrett is waiting for you.
Alright. So we gotta get to the HQ. This is pretty simple so far.
Garrett is expecting you.
You know, I'm a little rusty. I played a tiny bit before recording, but I'm still pretty rusty. So I'm shaking the rust off. I'm reminded that the controls are very PlayStation 2-like. They're not bad. They're just... the controls are different from how games are normally set up these days. No, whoops. Yeah, the perfect example. Hit the wrong button. Alright, well, we got a firefight up here in the middle of the road.
Expected. Hang on while I patch you to the Allied place.
There's a few North Koreans down.
Damn, the North Koreans stage an assault on the Allied HQ.
Let's get out.
Reports of intense shelling in the area.
It's one of ours.
Whoa, did I actually get all of them that quickly? Okay, Alright, I'm a little impressed with myself there. I got through this part when I was playing through earlier just to test everything out. I did not do nearly that well. Alright, so there are different factions in the game. They mentioned them a little bit before. You know, you got North Korea, which of course is always hostile. Then you've got, the Russian Mafia you can work with. The Allies, who are NATO. South Korea, and China. All here for different reasons, and you have a reputation of each of the factions. You can also disguise yourself in those factions' vehicles. Like, soon I'll be disguised as the Allies, because I'm in one of their vehicles. Now you see on the left side of the screen there where I got the plus signs, that shows the Allies are starting to like me more. So they'll get in my vehicle and all of that and help me out. Obviously I've got a turret gunner and a few other dudes right now. So it is pretty cool when you actually get, like, you know, your whole little group of people together and you all go out together to kick some ass. That's one thing I liked about the game a lot, actually. Now, different vehicles handle very, very differently in this game, too. Like, the gameplay is probably the main reason the game stands out. Like, I think it's a cool concept. You know, we don't see a whole lot of games in North Korea. At least at this time, an open-world console game was also pretty rare. I mean, you had GTA 3. Yeah, I think this was right around the time San Andreas came out. But anyway, let's get in there and get our first mission.
I just want you to explain to me why we're still getting the crap shelled out of us. And I don't want to hear the words authorization, approval, clearance on it. Now who the hell is this?
Sir, this is a private contractor. XOps contacted me and I agreed.
A merc? You don't think I got enough problems? Get out of here. I don't
You
need...
catch the two of clubs yet?
The two of... No. How did you know that Jinho Young was commanding that artillery?
XOps does a good job briefing their agents, sir. You said you didn't want to hear authorization or approval. Well...
All right, we'll give it a shot. You stop that artillery, verify the two of clubs, and maybe we can do business together. Major Howard here will give you some intel. Oh, and one last thing. Don't you ever interrupt me again. Howard, will you get this work?
Alright, so we're going to formally accept the contract, although normally you don't actually have to formally accept it. Pretty sure the people are just out there and you can actually just capture them. Oh, shit. Alright. We'll be taking this one. Everybody get in. Okay. So select button for that. Again, it's been a little while. I think that's all we got to do. Oh, okay, cool. So we have a little bit more info here if we want it. So, the whole point behind this game really is the so-called Deck of 52. That's the main force moving the plot forward. So there are 52 people who are key to leading the North Korean government that we're trying to take down as mercenaries. We're in a lot of ways more like bounty hunters, honestly, but I guess that name didn't sound as good. When we capture these guys or kill them, we get a certain bounty, and that money can then be used to call in like super cool airstrikes and stuff, which is one of the coolest parts of the gameplay. So we've got to verify the two of clubs. These obviously the lowest ranking. When you get up to the diamonds, it's the highest ranking for each of the suites of cards. Or suits. Suits. Yes, for each suit. The ace is highest ranking, of course. So you can kill them or take them alive. You get more if you take them alive. Alright, pretty simple. Are those guys just not going to get in?
Run!
Oh. Because we have enough dudes already. Okay, I got you. Alright, let's rock.
Clear.
Oh. Now, the draw distance isn't great, but I mean, it's a PS2 game from like the mid-2000s. What do you expect? Do we get that guy? Oh my god, he got our turret gunner. Shit. Everybody out. We gotta take him. Now, guys, come on. It's 3-on-1. You all can do this, alright? I promise. Come on.
It's one of ours.
Alright. Come on, AI. Hey, you got him. Alright. Good enough. Oh, and you honked the horn for them to get in. I remember that. I don't feel like waiting for that guy. Fuck it. Yeah, we're just gonna drive off. It's fine. Come on. Take him out. Take him out. Take him out. You got the turret. Take him out. The AI is fine for the average soldiers. I mean, keep in mind, you're basically getting the average dudes you'd be fighting. You know, your friendly AI is not especially talented. Alright. Let's rock. Alright, there he is, the 2 of clubs. So you have to basically do some close quarters combat, and you stun him, and then you do the actual takedown. Yes, I just said that. Ha. Now, you are invincible while you're doing the takedown, thankfully.
Excellent, he's not going anywhere. Now we call for an AN extraction helicopter.
Okay, I think... Oh, actually, I should have taken a look around. I think we took out all the North Koreans. No, we did not. Although some of our dudes took my vehicle and blew it up. Okay. Great. You know, I'm going to put him down for a second because I don't want to risk a grenade or a stray bullet or something coming over and killing him. I'm not so worried about myself. But that's one of the more frustrating things in the game. It's not a flaw, but it's just something you have to be aware of when you play the game. Sometimes you can capture a dude and then his own men throw a grenade or something and blow you both up. You might survive, but he might die. Then you only get half the bounty. So, you know, if at all possible, you really do want to clear the area first. Now, this one's easy, but it's so fun when you see the helicopter coming in after, like, a huge fight that you barely survived. You had to fight super hard. And you get to just carry the captured dude up.
Go pick up the 2 and carry him to the helicopter.
It's a cool feeling, but this one's pretty easy. And it doesn't pay out a whole lot. But still, you get an idea of the gameplay.
Perfect.
And these, by the way, these will shoot when they're landing too, and you can even fly them. Yeah, you get access to all kinds of cool vehicles that we're going to be using throughout the playthrough. Alright, so we got 25k.
Now let's take care of those artillery pieces.
Ooh, okay. I actually didn't know that was going to explode like
You
that.
should be able to target the artillery from here.
Okay, so I mentioned the airstrikes earlier. We got a few of them now. Oh, and obviously, you know, I'm sure you can tell right now after seeing that, but the environments are hugely destructible. Like you see those buildings over there? You can take those down. Right now we don't need to because we got the surgical strike. So we might as well use that instead of our own ammo.
Roger, target received.
And there've got to be like 20-something different types of airstrikes too. Obviously most of them are really expensive, and you unlock them later.
Now let's get the other one.
The thing I really like about this game too is that every mission leaves you feeling pretty much like a badass. Like we came up here, we took out a significant North Korean force, blew up a few vehicles, took out some artillery, and captured a key North Korean leader by ourselves within like 15 minutes of landing in the country. Not bad.
The mercenary.
Yes, the mercenary. Yeah. Okay, I forgot that you would do that even if it was occupied by an ally.
Let's see what this tin can do.
Yeah, let's see what this tin can do. Because we're not going down the long way. Oh god, I hope this works. Oh!
Wow, what a mess. They really needed your help.
I knew that would work.
Go talk to the
Oh
guys.
shit. Oh shit. Okay, it's... Okay, what I just did there was actually super clutch. If I had killed those guys myself, my faction reputation would have tanked. But because I jumped out, that's kind of a loophole. Because the vehicle killed them, not me. I wasn't even in it. Alright, then XOps also pays you. That's like the mercenary kind of contractor company that set you up with this mission.
Maybe I was wrong about you. And I sure as hell don't mind the opportunity to get something done around here without wading through a sea of red tape. I may rely on you in the future. How's that sound?
As long as the pay's good, I'm perfectly willing to jump in.
Okay. I'm Colonel Samuel Garrett, commander of Allied forces in the area. This is Major Stephen Howard. I know you're here for the deck of 52. Now, most of them are open bounties, but the aces, you need special clearance from us to go after them. You bring me enough intel, I'll get you that clearance. Speaking of which, you'll want to talk to the man leading... advising South Korean forces in the area. Company man called Buford. Knows more about what's going on around here than, well, hell, he knows more than he's telling, that's all I'll say. Probably already knows where Song is, the bastard. Now get out of here. I got work to do, come on.
Alright, well, we've got our intro now, so I think I'm going to break this up into a second video now. But we will be out to find South Korea next time. So, hope it's interesting. Give me any feedback you have. The first few episodes are all being shot at the same time. I'm just breaking them up into separate videos. So, if you do have feedback, you might not see it for a few videos, but please do leave it. And, yeah,